My personal C. Thanksgiving 2019, the almost 1 year anniversary of my mom's transition. The previous year in 2018, that Thanksgiving had been our last holiday together. So in 2019, I wanted to spend Thanksgiving alone, just me and my mom's spirit. It was a day of meditation and reflection. I reflected on the past year without my mother. I reflected on the years that I had with her while I was caregiving, all that we went through together, the emotions, and how much it meant to me. And I also contemplated what was next for me. Where would I go? What would I do next? And I decided to relocate to New York. New York, after all, had been the place I had planned to attend grad school at NYU. But more significantly, it was the place where my closest tribe of friends resided. Benita was in Manhattan, Juan was in Jersey, Tone was in Philly, and I wanted to relocate to be closer to the people who were closest to me. I figured I'd take 2020 off, take that time to prepare, and that I would move early 2021, first quarter or so. And we all know what happened in 2020, the pandemic. And as disruptive and as horrible as the pandemic was in a lot of ways, it did have a silver lining for me. Things at my job in South Carolina slowed down, so it allowed a peaceful transition. I was able to say goodbye to South Carolina unrushed. And also, the rents in New York City decreased. So the pandemic afforded me an easier transition into the city. January of 2021, I got the job in New York. February of 2021, I started the job remotely. May 31st, Memorial Day, I officially relocated to New York City, Brooklyn. June 17th, 2021, I lost my job. Now walk through this with me. New York City rent, no second source of income, all of my belongings in a 5th floor walk-up in Brooklyn, and my home in South Carolina rented with a tenant. I felt as if the rug had been pulled from underneath me. Yet another challenge. As you can imagine, I was low. If not clinically depressed, pretty darn close. I felt as if the wind had been knocked out of me, and I thought it was unfair. I had already fought enough good fights on the heels of just taking care of my mother, fighting my siblings in court to do so. I did not know if I had the energy, the wherewithal to climb yet another mountain. At the end of June, I had already planned to come back to South Carolina to attend a wedding, so I did that. And I extended my time at home, surrounded by the support of my friends. I also engaged in therapy and was able to get some rental assistance. So after 2 months, I was able to pick myself up again or get back on my feet with the help of the support system. And I got the courage up to come back to New York and try with my boots on the ground, put myself out there again, pushing my business heavily while also seeking a job. Well, turns out I got a contract at one of the major airports in New York. It was supposed to be a 1-month contract, and it turned into a 2.5-year engagement, establishing me in the New York market as a full-time entrepreneur. First time ever I was that. I went from employee to full-time entrepreneur within 4 months of relocating to New York. Talk about a testimony. But I didn't do it by myself. I had to lean on my team, lean on the people and resources in my life to help me back up onto my feet. From challenge to success.